What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan. I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video late in the day, but we're doing our market analysis on Friday for the Digimon TCG like we do every Friday. We're just getting into the vacation blues here, just kind of sleeping in and just enjoying the Christmas holiday. So we're getting up late, and so the videos are getting up a little bit late than I would like, because we always do our market analysis on Friday. That way the data is good. It's today's data. It's not like yesterday's data that I'm presenting on a Friday. I like to do it fresh on a Friday. So if you guys ever see the market analysis, just know that that's the day it was done. That's why sometimes we do it Saturday if we're not here on a Friday for any reason. But let's get into it. Let's talk about the Digimon TCG, the card prices. Hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. Hope you had a great holiday and that you're continuing to have a very good Boxing Day. But we're going to get right into it right now. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, well, we're starting off with probably the best deck of the format, just because it tops so much. Don't know if it is actually the best deck of the format, because some other decks are pretty strong against it. But Hoodiemon takes a giant chunk of the top 16 every time. So we're just giving a quick look at Hoodiemon, see how it's doing. It's not an expensive card, really. You need 4 of it. But the alt art is around $25. It's, most recent sale $23. So this card you might be able to get it for under $20, and that is, of course, the alternate art, like we said here. If we go back here and look at the regular, it's only $15. So it's not even the most expensive thing in the deck. I think the most expensive thing in the deck is Venusmon. So being one of the top decks, it's a very affordable deck. Just because there's so many different ways you can play it. You don't need Venusmons. Paildramons are probably pretty expensive, but we're not looking at him in this video. Although we could look and see, because a lot of players are playing Paildramons right now, which are, the alt's $99 one listing, but 65 and 25, you need a couple of those. So the Paildramons are pretty expensive. And then, of course, if you decide to play Venus, which is not necessarily something you have to do, you're ranging from you got a couple cheap Venusmon options if they're available. Premium Heroine set, probably the most available one, other than just getting the regular. The alt is 38, and 20 for 12 market price for the regular, but it's going to be harder to find BT10 cards, right? So Hoodiemon's not even an expensive thing in the deck. Moving along, we're looking at some promo Time Stranger cards, mostly the stuff to do with the Jupitermon deck, because I think this is stuff that's going to go up in price real soon. So if you haven't got a chance to get it, you might want to get on that. Right now, the promo Patamon is up to $18, and then $16.49 is market price. There's not many copies on the market, so it's gonna probably eclipse $20 real soon. So hopefully you got these from your local store when they came in with tournaments. Also looking at Patamon, the vaccine Patamon, because the Jupitermon is a vaccine deck. So we're coming back with this little guy. He's making a comeback, first in Mastimon, now with Jupitermon. He could be going up. He could be getting up to $30 like he used to be very, very soon. We'll have to wait and see how good it is. But you can see under $10 here. Now we're all the way up to $15. Most recent sale $16.59. I mean, there's not much there. Although I think we are defaulted to Canada, which happens sometimes. If we look at this here again, still same price, but yeah, so you got listings, but people are selling them for double the price because they know what's coming. So you got the lowest one being $28. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting here. And then you got Minervamon here. It's been coming down in price. So it's been $663, $630. It was back up at like $15-16. So there's some hype for this card, but now it's coming down. So if you're interested in Minervamon in the new set and the promo one that we just got last time in BT23, I think right now would be the time to get it. Just better pricing right there. And Also, another promo would be Titamon. Titamon is actually shooting up in price. People are interested in the Titamon deck in the new set. You can see right here, this card was like $4. It's now a lot more. We're going to have to refresh, of course, because like I said, everything was set to Canada. So in order to get an idea of how many listings, there's lots of listings starting at 14. But, you know, easily this could go over $20 if the hype continues to generate. So I'd maybe, if you didn't get a chance to get these last time at BT23, I would look at that right now, because this could be over $20 card real soon, because it's the only really good Titamon right now. There's not a huge amount of Titamons in the game, and the older ones are kind of bad for the new deck, and you don't get a Titamon in the new set. You get the Titamon plus Skullbaluchimon, so you need to be able to have a good Titamon in order to put that out there. So yeah. Moving along, Hexablau is another card. It's still staying where it's at. You see a little bit of a dip right here, but it's staying where it's at, 30 bucks. Although if we look at the regular super here is listings are high on that, $37. Again, that should be refreshing to United States. I hate when that does that. Okay, there we go. So still, it's pretty high, $26 listings and 26 market price. Whereas if we go back here and we look at, you know, this guy right here, he's just selling for a few more bucks. So the super and the alt are like almost neck and neck, which is something that rarely ever happens. It's kind of interesting. But it's finally seeing the prices on this come down a little bit, though, because we are getting the Rise of Digimon set, which is super expensive. And I honestly don't think it'll really change the price on a lot of cards in it. Few of them, maybe like this, and maybe like the next card we're going to look at, which is Magnamon. Magnamon is seeing a bit of a dip here as well. You know, originally like from $75 down to about $50, which is huge for anyone who wants to play Armor Form, especially with this card being the main card. It's pretty huge. Then we have, of course, Growlmon X-Antibody. This card continues to do well. Most recent sale $35, you know, market price $31. This is a card that will be interesting to see, because I think a couple of the top decks in Europe included Growlmon, although it's hard to tell because they're not putting info out because of the misconduct that happened. So I'm not sure if one of those decks was disqualified. We'll have to wait and see. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, Growlmon X-Antibody is still a threat, and it could be on the ban list. We could see this card get hit finally. So I wouldn't be surprised. You're seeing it real high right now. Mid-February, I'm going to predict this card will, if it continues to do well at tournaments and the finals, it'll start to slowly crash down to about like $20, $15 in anticipation for it getting hit like a truck. But we'll have to wait and see. But that's just my prediction right now. Alizamon, you got your Liberator hype for Starakomon. I might be pronouncing it wrong. In BT24, and we just got the BT24 card list dropped on the site, so we'll be talking about that soon in other videos. But of course, there always accompanies with the Searcher Rookie hype for Liberator, because these cards are so good, because they reveal 3, they almost always hit you 2 targets, and they always usually have a pretty good inheritable. So, you know, we're looking at $32 right now, which is too bad. I mean, Sangomon, I think it was up around 40 or 50. So being at 30, it's kind of like in between a Sangomon and in between a Sunriza, because I think Sunriza only ever got up to 20. So this one's a little bit more popular, but not as popular as the most intense rookie hype we've ever had. So it's not terrible, but again, I mean, this card was probably like, well, yeah, it was around 15, 16 bucks, just you know, mid-November. So I have to wait and see. We also have the Karemi Detective Agency. We're looking at the release event version, which is, you know, it's $13, $14. Most recent sale $18. Of course, there's a limited amount of these, but Hoodiemon decks have been playing, either Tamer heavy or this heavy. Still Tamer heavy in both versions, but like, things like they'll play like this versus other things like Yugo. So it's kind of 50-50. So we've been seeing this card increase in price because it's like it's getting more play because of the deck. So if you wanted a release event one, you're probably gonna have to pay a little bit right now. Also looking with the new set, we're getting the first Creepymon X-Antibody, our last X-Antibody for the Demon Lords. So you're seeing that spike up in price here. It was like flat $4, and now it's just a little bit over 10. So we're seeing that as well. And I mean, EX6, we might be seeing a little bit of a bump to EX6. Still gathering pricing data, so it is what it is. Oh, there we go. So that one's actually been going down. So that one's actually been going down. So it's not a big hype for the X6 version, which I don't know would be, I mean, it has a decent ability. I don't know if it would be a decent in the whole Creepymon deck that they're trying to do, but definitely focusing in on the EX10 version. So we'll have to wait and see, and maybe Creepymon will be a cool deck. Maybe that's something I'll play in the next format, because I don't know what I want to play for purple, honestly, at this point. There's a cool couple things, but and this would probably be one of the more interesting ones in my view anyways. Emissary of Hope, another card that could be really, really good with the Jupitermon deck. You don't necessarily need the TK because the deck has so much recovery. It's better to almost, take a card away. Being able to Digivolve without paying the cost for one onto Jupitermon or onto your Geochessmon sounds pretty great, especially if you get rid of security cards because you don't have a TK, and being able to play Patamon when it's hit off security is actually honestly also pretty good in that deck. So we are not seeing any love for this card right now. This is the pre-release version. There was a little bit of a spike right here, but it's back around. It's just like a couple dollars. So it'd be interesting to see, and I'm going to refresh this, of course, because we're still in Canada, to see how many copies there are in the U.S. market. There's quite a few copies, so I don't see this card going anywhere right now, but keep an eye. I mean, you never know. It could shoot up a couple of dollars here or there if people feel like it's going to be really good in the Jupitermon deck. I know it doesn't necessarily have as much synergy with that deck as it does with Yellow Vaccine, but it just feels like such a good card that you wouldn't mind playing like a couple copies, but depends how tight the space in the deck is as well. With the new Asuna Shiroki, I believe, and the promo one we got, we're seeing some more alternate Three Musketeers Tamer support rather than Violet Imboots from Liberator. So that's kind of interesting, especially because if you look at it, like, this isn't a Liberator card, and I don't know about the other Three Musketeers. I'd have to check. But this has been going up in price lately. Since October, just steadily climbing. Now it was around 25. Now it's around $68 market price. And again, of course, we got to refresh this to see what the copies are like. But it's they're all above 60. This could go even above 70. 75 real easy. I think people are expecting some more Three Musketeers support beyond just the Tamer in the future. So we'll have to wait and see about this. And I mean, like, let's even just go see. We'll look at Beelstar Ace, not a Liberator card. So the Liberator, even though Violet is a Liberator Tamer, it doesn't matter for the deck. So not a Liberator series deck. So we could see support for it. And it wouldn't matter that Asuna is a TS card and not a Liberator themed card. So that's kind of interesting. Shu Yulin, we're getting the new Crossroads Witch, which is apparently the adult version of her, and let me tell you, she ages well. but we're seeing prices for, you know, the Digi-Police stuff go up a little bit. You're seeing it here. Little spike here. Not huge. But it says most recent sale 28. But like I said, we're still in Canada, so I want to verify that. Yeah, most recent sale $28.99. $30 for this card now. That is market price is 12, but with that sale, oh geez, it's actually coming down according to this graph here, but that doesn't make any sense with the most recent sale being 28 and all these listings being so high, and the market price is still showing at like 12, even though the first selling one is like $30. So this card's seeing some super hype. And another one we'll look at is, of course, Ryudamon. Ryudamon, her partner, getting a new Ryudamon in this set. But seeing market price 9, most recent sale 25. It's shot up there quite a bit. Copies starting at 20, just because it's an old set. Yeah. So Digi-Police stuff getting some major hype and some major price bumps. And then lastly, of course, we'll finish this off here with one of our good OGs. It's Diaboromon here. Diaboromon alternate art and super are quite similarly priced again. They're not too far apart here. You got the EX6, which is probably one of the best ones here. Had a little bit of a bump, but now it's just kind of, you know, our most recent sale, 31. If we look at the super here, it's about $10, you know, $8 to $10 less. Most recent sale 20, but you can see they're selling for 23. So again, not super, like they've kind of bumped up a little bit, not much, but we have the new Diaboromon X-Antibody support. Of course, you have like tons of other stuff like the promo Ace guy, he's up there at 30. So you're seeing a lot of little price hikes here for certain cards because, you know, of Diaboromon X, which is like the first time we've got Diaboromon X, and it's been 24 sets, so it's a long time. So you could see this deck being good. I mean, I'm interested in Diaboromon as a black deck for the set just because I don't really have... There's not a huge amount of interest in the BT24 for me with the Time Stranger stuff other than Jupitermon. It's just not a huge amount of interest, but we'll see what happens as we get closer to the set as I start like really looking at the decks and just trying to build them. But that is our market analysis, guys. Boxing Day, what do you guys think about all this hype for BT24? I mean, we've got the card list, we've got the points list, which we're going to be doing real soon. Looks like a fun set, and I can't wait for it to come out. And it's only going to be a couple weeks. Like right now, 16th, we're at the 26th of December. It's like 20 days away from pre-release. So we're going to see it quite soon. Hope you guys are ready for all the content that usually comes out, and hope you guys enjoyed this market analysis. As always, sorry it's a little late, but I hope you guys enjoy like always. But it looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day, and that's all for now, folks.